Hi everyone, in this video we look at rational exponents. In this first example we're told evaluate 36 to the 1/2 squared using the exponent laws. So using the exponent laws, if we raise a power to a power, we can multiply the exponents. We can simplify by multiplying the exponents. The exponent here is a half. If I multiply a half times 2, I just get 1. So 36 to the 1/2 to the power of 2 is just equal to 36. Now, here it says, what is 36 to the power of a half? Well, let's think about this. 36 to the power of a half squared should give me 36. So what is 36 to the 1/2? Well, 36 to the 1/2, this would imply that 36 to the 1/2 is equal to 6. So 36 to the 1/2 is equal to 6. Let's think about this in terms of another example. Let's suppose that we have x to the power of 1/2 and we square it. Well, using the exponent laws, this should be equal to x, which x to the power of 1, because multiplying 1/2 times 2, we just get 1. So x to the power of a half squared is just equal to x. Now, let's think about, here we square x to the 1/2 and we get x. So that implies that squaring is the inverse operation to raising a number to the power of 1/2. So let's think about what else the squaring is the inverse operation of. If I have square root of x and I raise this to the power of 2, that's also equal to x. So we have evidence here to say that 36 to the 1/2 is equal to the square root of 36, which is just equal to 6. Next, we're told determine the value of 36 to the 3/2. So 36 to the 3/2, well, using the exponent laws, I can write 36 to the 3/2 as 36 to the power of 1/2 to the power of 3. And I can write it like this because I know that when I raise a power to a power, I multiply the exponents. So I've got 36 to the 1/2 to the power of 3. I would multiply a half times 3 to simplify the exponents, and I'd get 36 to the 3/2. Now, inside the brackets, I can evaluate 36 to the 1/2. I already know is 6. So this would be equal to 6 to the power of 3. And I don't need the brackets here. They're redundant. So I can just write this as 6 to the power of 3. And 6 to the power of 3, I already know is, okay, 6, sorry, just minor malfunction there. 6 to the 3rd is 216. So let's see what else we can kind of figure out about rational exponents. Let's think about if I have 27 to the power of 1/3 and I cube that. Well, using the exponent laws, this should be equivalent to 27. And now let's think about what other number cubed gives me 27. If I cube 3, that gives me 27. So 27 to the 1/3 should be equal to positive 3. In the next video, we're going to formalize some of these rules, and note that 27 to the 1/3, if it gives me 3, and cubing is the inverse operation of raising to the 1/3, that would imply that if I have x to the 1/3, well, that's equal to the cube root of x. So again, in the next video, we look at how we can formalize this and come up with an identity for fractional exponents.